Welcome back. Community activists are still gathering outside Eldorado Park Secondary School this morning. 7 black teachers who were meant to report for duty there today have not shown up yet. eNCA reporter Moloko Moloto is at the school and joins us now live from there. So, Moloko, just why have these teachers not reported for duty today?
Hi, Tambegile. We have absolutely no idea why they decided to stay away. We have been trying to get hold of the department officials, including the MEC himself. We couldn't get through to them. We also tried to get hold of SATU leaders and officials. You'd remember that all these 7 teachers are members of Teachers Union SATU. One of the leaders in Johannesburg did come here, but he said he wouldn't be able to speak to the media. We also, unfortunately, we couldn't even get contact numbers of any of these 7 teachers. The people who know them couldn't give us their contact numbers. However, you would remember that yesterday there was a community meeting wherein a decision was taken that these teachers will be prevented from entering the school premises. But also in this report that I'm having in my hand here, it's a report that was compiled by investigators who had been appointed by the Department of Education following allegations that these teachers were victimized. This report does indicate that these teachers at some point were victimized specifically by some of the community members and some of the peoples here. So it could be that perhaps they felt that they could not be safe, given the fact that the community members had already made it clear that they would not allow them in.
What is the community's issue with these 7 teachers? Why are they targeting them?
Well, these teachers decided sometime at the end, specifically in November 2017, that they would no longer report for duty at the school. They decided to report for duty at the district offices. And this was after allegations that they had been threatened. And in this report, there is information indicating that some of the peoples even threw stones at the teachers. Now, there was also a complaint by these teachers that the school principal at some point was brandishing a knife, intimidating these teachers, although I must point out that this investigation exonerated the school principal. In fact, this report indicated that the school principal did brandish the knife. However, it recommended that the principal must be taken through a disciplinary hearing, and it is that particular disciplinary hearing that later exonerated the school principal. Unfortunately, I have not seen that particular report from the disciplinary committee. Now, there were other allegations of racism against the school principal as well as the SGB. There were also allegations against the principal of financial mismanagement. This particular investigation by a law firm exonerated the principal on those 2 allegations. Now, the SGB and the community decided that since these teachers decided to leave their working stations, they are no longer welcomed here. And we know that on Friday, the district director from the department wrote a letter to the school principal to say, allow those teachers to report for duty on Monday, meaning today. And that's when the teachers, the SGB and the parents decided that they will prevent them. So they did not show up. But I must also indicate that during the 12-month period when the teachers were not reporting for duty here, the SGB organized temporary teachers who were working on behalf of those teachers.
So to be clear, the people who are at the school today, those who had gathered this morning, do they want these 7 teachers to report for duty, or are they calling for the replacement of what is a black group of teachers with colored teachers? Is that what's going on here?
Well, the people who were outside at the gate waiting for those 7 teachers to arrive so that they can prevent them or deny them entry are the parents, are the members of the SGB. They say, even though the department says the 7 black teachers must come back, so these people are saying these 7 black teachers are no longer needed here. They will not allow them to come back and work here. Instead, they want the 7 teachers who were working on temporary basis for the past 12 months to be employed permanently.
One would imagine then, Moloko, given just how long-standing an issue this has been, the Basic Education Department in Gauteng would have made or put in place some measures to deal with this crisis, or been able, I should say, to anticipate that we would see scenes similar to what we're seeing today.
Well, as I indicated earlier, the letter from the district director, who obviously represents the Provincial Department of Education, indicates that those teachers must come back. Because as much as I'm not too sure, I wouldn't see a reason why for the past 12 months when these teachers were not working, why the department wouldn't pay them. Now, we were told by the SGB that the department for the past 12 months was actually paying salaries of the temporary teachers. So if indeed it is true, then it would mean that the department was paying twice the group of 7 who were not reporting for duty here at the school and the temporary teachers. And we will obviously, when we leave here, we will make a turn at the offices of the MEC. If we find him, we will ask him, or if we find the spokesperson of the head of the department, we'll ask them for confirmation if indeed they were paying. And if indeed they paid 2 groups of these people, whether this is not fruitless expenditure.
All right, Moloko Moloto, let's leave it there. Moloko is out for us in Eldorado Park this morning. We'll continue to keep a close watch on that story.